Whoa, is this working? Boop, boop, boop. I feel like it's been so long since I've recorded one of these. I don't even know how to do this anymore.
Dead Draw Gaming. Like no one ever was.
What's up, Dead Drop family? We are back. It has been far too long, way too long. We're talking like May, I think is the last time we released a video. May-ish. What month is it now? July? It's like 2 months-ish about. We were talking about, hey, let's get to 3,000 subs. We were going to record every day, and we didn't. We dropped that ball, unfortunately. A lot of stuff has happened since then. First of all, back in that day, 2 months ago, rewind time, so we lost Aaron. Aaron went home to do his own thing. We love him. We miss him a lot. It's just been me, Dan, and Darren, the 3D show. It's pretty cool, right? We could copyright that, put that on a t-shirt. Ideas right there. Anyways, so it's just been the three of us. We were preparing for Madison like crazy. We had taken over basically working with LGN, doing the stream, and then having team stage, which kind of came up last minute, so I had to get everything in order for that, and then had to get the booth ready. Guys, Madison was nuts, and that's what this video is going to be about. That's what I want to talk about, because I haven't talked about Madison on a YouTube video in ever. I mean, not this past year's Madison. I've talked about Madison before, right? Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. Anyways, Madison was a blast. There are going to be other videos that come out more consistently, all the way up to Unified Minds, which comes out in a couple weeks. Pre-orders for that are on the website right now. Hopefully I'll have the good stuff, if you remember that from Unbroken Bonds. So $60, all in, you get all the good stuff. We keep the bulk, we keep the lower value cards, less than $1. That was super popular. We'll stream the openings of that. That'll be like in a few weeks already, the end of July, whatever the last Saturday in July is. That's when we'll get all of our stuff, and that's when we'll stream it. So if you're interested in that, head over to Dead Draw Gaming. Wow, I'm new at this. This is my first time ever. DeadDrawGaming.com and check that out. Other than that, there's a lot of stuff that I can talk to you about, and that'll come out down the road, like this week or next week or something like that, because there's a lot of videos that I need to fill. So the studio's cleaner, I'll talk about that later. The team is different, I'll talk about that later. The channel, who knows what's going on with that? I do, at least, an idea at least, but we'll talk about that later. Right now, this video is just going to be about Madison. So there was a lot of prep that went into Madison. To be honest with you guys, I'll be completely honest with you, regionals are tough. Regionals are really tough to get a return on your investment. Yeah, we've been doing Madison now for 3 years. It's always been amazing. This was the first year that we really went all in on regional attendance. So we did Memphis, we did Toronto, we did Greensboro, we did Hartford, and then we did Madison. And let me tell you guys, Madison blew every other one out of the water. So you pay a certain amount, a flat fee, as a vendor, as a company, to get a booth in that convention center or for that tournament. And what your goal is basically is to buy enough product or inventory that you're going to be able to turn a profit on said cost. Once you get into travel costs, like what we had for those 4 events that I mentioned before Madison, it gets a lot more difficult. And this is not like a booth cost at like a local rummage sale or flea market or something like that. You're not looking at $50 to $100 for a booth. I'm talking like digits. I'm not going to get into exact costs, but it's expensive. And you're selling cardboard, like you're selling paper, and you're selling paper thin margins on that paper. So when you're talking about 60 to 65%, that's what we buy at. That 30%, we need to sell a lot of pieces of paper in order to break even. And that's been tough. So what we did for like Toronto, well not Toronto, but what we did for like Greensboro and Hartford is we started buying bulk as much as we could and then flipping it right away on the spot basically to either a local game store or another vendor that was there working on a deal, trying to get as much as we can. Similar thing with Madison. The good thing about Madison is that we didn't have the travel costs. This past year we took on additional expenses with Legendary Gaming Network, so we had to run the stream in Madison, which was super amazing. Huge shout out to Papa and Sierra and Scott and Austin and Ryan and Jeff and Kirk and all the VGC crew. It was, oh gosh, the stream is just amazing. Those guys know what they're doing. I literally didn't have to do that much at all. Like, I had to make sure the equipment was there, I had to make sure everybody was happy, and everybody rocked it. It was fantastic. If you didn't check that out, head on over to twitch.tv/Legendary Gaming Network, or you can go over to the YouTube channel. YouTube, just type in Legendary Gaming Network, give them a sub, check out the production that they did, what they do, what Papa did, what Sierra did. It was phenomenal from a production standpoint. And those casters, those commentators, ooh, you can't find anyone better, which is great. But let's get into the booth. So we set up the booth. I didn't know what we needed to bring. I'm sitting in my garage on Thursday night. I'm like, okay, I set my alarm for 4 a.m. It's like I gotta get everything loaded up the night before. I was just grabbing whatever I could grab, like just boxes and boxes and plushes and just merch, everything. And I was like, we're just gonna try and sell it all. We're gonna move as much of this as we can. I had no idea what I was doing. Like, we had been pricing cards like crazy. I was writing until my fingers were falling off on price stickers because we don't have a price gun, because we're just super not prepared. I just like the feel of ink. And it was just nuts. So up until the last minute, I was filling up my car up until like 4 a.m. when I needed to wake up anyways. Just getting everything in there. There was like a little crack that you could see. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna shoot content this weekend. I'm gonna get everything out there. People can see what it's like to go to a regional. They can see what it's like to run a booth. It's gonna be so much fun. And the setup came Friday morning and it was going super smoothly. Everything was there. We had like everything we needed. Darren brought everything. Dan brought everything. We had some great helpers. Like Sean was amazing. And we were getting everything was going great. And here I am with my camera, and I'm like, hey guys, what's up, Dead Jars? How's it going? We're here in Madison. And that was literally all I recorded. Because it was just so busy. From the moment the doors opened to the moment the doors closed on Friday night, I could not breathe. And it was like that. I could have worked throughout the night Friday night, throughout the night Saturday night, and I could have slept there Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, probably in the convention center working. So we ran out of money. So we brought a certain amount of money along. I think we brought like $4,000, which was way more than what we usually bring. We usually bring like $1,200, $1,500 in cash just to buy singles, because you're gonna be making money at the booth anyway, so you don't need a ton of cash. You just need enough to get by. But this time we were buying bulk, so I wanted to bring a little bit more. So we brought about $4,000. Literally 2 hours into the event, money gone. I'm like, guys, Darren, Dan, what are we gonna do? Because we're out of money. And the bank is closed right now because it was like 5:30, 6 o'clock on a Friday night. So we're scrambling a little bit. And here I am, like, we've got a line of customers who are looking to sell us their bulk. Literally, people were waiting in line for probably 2 hours just to sell us their bulk. Other vendors stopped buying bulk, even at the prices that we were selling them at, just because you guys in the community were so amazing that you wanted to sell your bulk to us and you were willing to wait those long wait times just to sell it to us. So it was crazy. So we ended up, I'm like sitting over here gathering like 250,000 cards, and I'm like, I'm just gonna run these down to Cholinto real quick and be like, hey, what's going on, guys? Can we get some cash? So we did that on Friday, and then we did it again on Saturday, and then we did it again on Sunday because we ran out of money 3 times. Oh, it was so embarrassing. What are you gonna do? I mean, other vendors were running out of money too. Madison was just that great. Over the weekend, we bought literally over 1 million cards. I've never done that in my life. We probably spent close to $30,000 on pieces of paper. It was absolutely nuts. All these boxes that are over here, like, they were all jam-packed to the brim, like this many boxes roughly, and then some that we had to stuff in a U-Haul to go down to whoever we sold it to. We had people who came from Minnesota that are like, hey, I've got 100,000 cards I want to sell you, and you're like, okay, fine, yeah, we'll take them, whatever. I cannot even explain to you the amount of like pressure and stress and what was going through my mind. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna lose my house, I'm gonna lose my car, I'm gonna lose everything. It's all gonna be so bad. None of these cards are gonna sell. Oh, boo. It was a rush. And if you're somebody who likes to gamble, which I actually am somebody who really enjoys gambling, this is definitely the business for you. If you do not like taking risks, do not ever think about doing this business, because going in with a certain amount of money and somebody coming up who's got like this blinged out binder and they're like, hey, I want to sell you this, and you're like, okay, I'll give you $4,200 in cash, and you're pulling out literally $100 bills, it is like not fun to do, because you are hoping and praying that you can sell each one of those cards individually on your website or TCG Player or here in the booth. It's nuts. It was crazy, and it was like that all weekend long. I had a ton of fun, and we made it through, and I still have my house. As you can tell, the studio is still here. Much cleaner than what it was a couple weeks ago. Much cleaner than what it was literally like 3 days ago. I spent all day down here a couple days ago just cleaning and cleaning and cleaning and organizing, and there's still a ton to do. A lot of that bulk over there needs to get taken care of. Guys, it was Madison. If you have not been to an event, I highly recommend going to it. The 2019 season is officially over. All you have left is Worlds. 2020 season has officially began. There are League Cups that started already this weekend. I'm hoping to go to a League Cup next weekend just to try out my luck, but we'll see how it goes. And then, yeah, Worlds. Worlds is a month away. I'm going to open up one snack pack for you guys here. It doesn't really matter what it is. Actually, I want it to be in format. You know, I don't even, it's dark down here. I'm going to open up Team Up. It's dark down here. Yeah. I'll work on my lighting situation. Sorry about this. This is a work in progress. There you go, Pokemon Regional. So we're going to open up this pack of Team Up and hopefully pull something cool. Guys, seriously, thank you so much for sticking with us for this long. I know that it hasn't been fun. I know it's been inconsistent, but it's going to get better. We really appreciate it. There, take that code. We're going to do 4 to the front, and then we're going to see what we get. We got a Water Energy, Tentacruel, Ingo and Emmett, Wartortle, Weedle, Joltik, Blitzel, Paris. Oh, get out of here, Volibee. We didn't want to see you anyways. Water Memory, Reverse Hollow, and Zubstrika. That's a bad pack. Not a good pack. Anyways, guys, that's it for this day's vlog. There's going to be more coming at you. I'm going to record more. Dan's going to record more. It's about making the time, right? And I'll get into this more later on this week. It's about making the time, doing what's important. You guys are important to me, and I hope we're important to you, and I hope we stay that way. A lot of good stuff coming up. A lot of secrets that I want to share. A lot of stuff that I'll drop hints for. So keep coming back. If this is your first time to the channel, hit that sub button. Let's get to 3,000. Hopefully soon. That would mean a lot to me. Unified Minds, a few weeks away. Pay attention for that. Be on the lookout for that. Guys, thank you so much for everything. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that alerts button. Right there, right there. Maybe Dan can like put stuff where my fingers are going. Like sub button, alert button, and thumbs up button. Dan, do your best editing. And here's a picture of Dan's face. Alright, that's all I got for you guys. I love you all. Thank you so much. Peace.